Alright, Schlockmeister fans, another review from my previous channel. Alice Cooper, Monster Dog. Let's check it out. Mr. Alice Cooper. He plays Vincent Raven, a pop singer, and he's returning home to shoot a video.
I can hardly remember his face. He was already old when I left. The kid used to rib him about the way he shook all the time. We were always asking him to make us malts.
These are some dogs. They seem sinister. Seems there's been some attacks in the area.
Well, if it's okay with you guys, we'd like to go now.
The caretaker's waiting up for us. And it's really getting cold out here.
Okay, but you know about the dogs, don't you?
Yeah, we'll watch it.
There already have been 5 deaths in the area.
So apparently there's a bunch of dog attacks going on here. I think we're in England somewhere, but I'm not sure. Here's another victim. Make that 2. Our gang stops on the side of the road and meets this strange guy.
Who are you?
Bloodied guy.
Oh, you've done it. Can you feel the wind? He'll find you wherever you go. And when the moon shines again, you will all die.
Vince, what's that?
Wait, everyone! I'm like this since I came back from camp.
Anyway, they arrive.
They'll throw their money around these country
Little
folk.
boy comes on the star. Welcome, Vincent. How about that?
Hey, John!
To eat something. I'm not hungry.
You don't know what you're missing.
That's Angela.
We're not safe here. I've got a strange feeling about it.
Angela, for God's sake.
But that whole sequence was a dream.
Werewolf.
20 years ago, something terrible happened here. And it's happening again. Entire families were wiped out by a pack of killer dogs. They weren't normal dogs. These dogs were more unpredictable and more insolent. He'd ripped the guts out and eaten them.
Oh my God.
The neighbors were convinced that he was the cause of all the atrocities.
I think he's talking about his father.
Came to the house and dragged them out. My mother and I tried to stop them, but it was useless.
Anyway, it's time for the video shoot. Anyway, the locals, or I should say yokels, think Vincent is responsible for this time since his father was a werewolf or something years ago, so now they want to have to go after him.
This here is the bullet that will pierce Vincent Roberts' heart.
So the posse's running all over the place.
Stay where you are.
What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna shoot this here silver bullet right through his heart.
Why would anyone want to kill Vince?
Now!
Oops, they got Angela. It's a cat and mouse game now. Now the dogs are coming. Now we appear to have a bigger problem. So where's Vince in all of this? Is he the werewolf?
Vince! Oh, Vince, where have you been?
Before that, in the bathroom, and now, why don't the dogs attack us? Tell me the truth, Vince. Your neighbors were right. You are the monster dog. You are the murdering animal. Before that, in the bathroom, and now, why don't the dogs attack us? Tell me the truth, Vince. Your neighbors were right. You are the monster dog. You are the murdering animal.
They escape in the car. I guess Vince was not the werewolf. But he might be now. Sandra jumps out.
I tell you now, he's taken my place, and his blood is as tainted as mine. Vince was just a baby. Horrible things happened. His father's like his teeth into my neck.
So Vince is now infected with the werewolf curse.
Use it. Shoot me. Do it before it's too late. Come on.
And she does what she has to. All right, let's talk about Monster Dog. I think I taped this about 1986, maybe. Rented it from a video store, TNR Video, Two Rivers, Wisconsin. It's a store I ended up working at when I was in college. Had it on a beta tape. I remember watching this one at the time, and it was okay. I thought kind of what I thought about it at the time. Wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be, and it's kind of stood the test of time in that regard. I still think it's okay. It's, but not the greatest film in the world. It stars Alice Cooper, who apparently, from what I read on him, he'd been an alcoholic most of his career, which we knew about. That's not a surprise. And he finally decided to go sober. He lost his record contract and decided to, he was offered a movie role, so he said, I'll do it, just to start working again. He thought this movie was only going to be shown in the Philippines. I guess he was wrong about that. Everybody in this movie is dubbed. It looks like it was filmed with American actors and actresses, but they're all dubbed. The only exception to that is the songs. There's a couple of songs in here that he records. They show like videos for. That's obviously the real Alice Cooper speaking or singing. So anyway, he goes back to his hometown. He plays the part of Vincent. Well, IMDb says Vincent Raven, but they call him Vincent Roberts in the movie. He's a pop star, playing basically himself. He's going back to town. His real name is Vincent in real life, by the way, Vincent Furnier, I think. But anyway, he goes back to his hometown, wherever that is, to shoot a couple of music videos. And that's what they're going there for. Now, apparently, there's been some dog attacks recently. However, there are some people who think they're not dogs, they're werewolves. Or werewolf, I don't know, singular. They meet a guy, the sheriff on the side of the road who tells them there's been some attacks recently, be careful, that sort of thing. And then they meet this old guy who's all bloodied up and says, beware, you know, the moon, they're going to kill you all, or he's going to kill you all, or something like that. You can't hide. They kind of ignore him and just go back to the house, shoot the videos, and then some more attacks start happening. And then we hear a story that when Alice Cooper was Vincent was a child, his father was thought to be a werewolf in the area, and a posse came and basically took him out and shot him and killed him. Silver bullet, I guess. Well, now that it's happening again, the yokels in the area think that Vincent has taken up the father's mantle, and he's now a werewolf. So they decide to come after him. He grabs a gun, runs off, and then it's kind of like almost like an old-style Western where there's a bunch of shootouts going on. He's trying to get them, and they're trying to get him. He ends up shooting basically all of them, or most of them. But the attacks continue, And then, you know, we're led to believe, is really Vincent really the werewolf? I'm not sure. Then he decides to leave with his one other chick, the survivor, and then a werewolf attacks them from the back of the car. Turns out Vincent was not the werewolf. In fact, that old guy who they met on the side of the road apparently was, and he says that Vincent's father bit him years ago, and now he just bit Vincent, so now Vincent's cursed with it. And then the last survivor is given a rifle by Vincent. He says, shoot me, take care of me. You know, and then she eventually does shoot him as he turns into a werewolf, and that's how our movie ends. There you go. I was about to say there's no nudity in this movie, just some gore, but actually there was a very brief nipple I noticed, accidental, from the girl who shot Vincent at the end there. A little boob popped out. I saw a nipple. I saw it. So there is a little bit of nudity in there. Not that you'd ever notice, but I did. What does that say about me? Anyway, a little bit of gore, a couple of original tunes from Alice Cooper. Their songs are okay. But yeah, there you go, Monster Dog. Apparently this has been released on some bootleg DVDs, but this one is a pretty good Blu-ray from MGM. It looks like Kino Lorber sent this out. So yeah, if you're looking for it, I'll leave a link to it down below. Let me know what you think about Monster Dog. Watch it. Bye.